Ooh, I like that. A little Batman theme to bring us in on a Thursday. You enjoy that, McKenna?
Sure.
Hey, everybody, this is Justin, and I've got a special guest with me today to help us intro part 2 of our free comic book day event extravaganza.
It's me again.
As seen on previous podcasts. In fact, there's going to be more of you coming up because you sat in and talked to us about what comic books you picked up.
Yeah.
That's going to be on the next show. That's the next Tuesday show.
I picked up some good ones, so that'll be cool.
Yep. So, a little teaser for next Tuesday. We probably should have had you intro that show. You could have told us all about like how cool it was going to be. But you could tell people now, and then they'll just have to listen next Tuesday.
Like, I don't know. It was a lot of fun, and I got to see some really cool comics.
And people in costumes.
Yeah.
A lot of cool cosplay. All right, so today, the audio is going to pick back up. Again, like I mentioned last time, it's going to be a little bit out of order. So what you're going to be hearing today is a long-form interview with a special guest, a longtime friend of Nerd News Cafe. His name's Hunter, and he kind of flipped the script on us a little bit and started interviewing us. But that was fun, and we all had a good laugh out of it. We had a good time, so I hope you have a good time listening to it. Like I said, we'll be back to our regular format, not next week, but the week after. Until then, interact with us. You know how to find us on Twitter, at nerd_news_cafe. Like our fan page, Nerd News Cafe, on Facebook, and you can go to nerdnewscafe.com or email us if you'd like to send us a love letter at nerdnewscafe@gmail.com.
Or you can write it. That'd be cool.
You could write it, but we don't have a P.O. box, and I'm not giving our home address away.
That's true. That'd be weird.
We don't really need that kind of fan support.
No.
We don't need people showing up at the front door. So, yeah, we'd prefer not do that.
Okay.
So, McKenna, you have any final thoughts before we send people along their way here?
Not really, but like, yeah, that's my thought.
All right. Enjoy the show, guys. We will see you soon. Thanks. So, I'm ready to debut something new.
But I didn't get to talk about what
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Hey.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Selfish. Let's do all the
right.
things that you want to do.
seriously. Once again, podcasting in hostile situations.
Tell who the editor is.
Clearly they hate me. But
If
Do you want my seat to feel better than us?
Listen, if you'd like to take over editing and make it sound
Absolutely,
like you want to,
absolutely. Let me take
have
it
at
over.
it. Have at it.
That 2-minute show is
I
going
would
to be
be
great.
happy.
as some
That hack job is going to be beautiful.
Okay. All right. So, Matt, do you want to talk first? Tell us what you picked
Mine's
up.
going to be short and sweet because mostly what everyone else got free, I got free too. I got the Guardians. I did get the Star Wars Droids, which is a very cartoony cover. I like it. I got them for my son. He's starting to get into comic books. And then I picked up Star Trek: The Next Generation Mirror Broken with Jean-Luc Jacked Picard on it.
Seriously, Arm Day is every day for
Oh
this
my gosh!
Picard.
It looks like the entire staff is like
He's
in
wearing
it.
a sleeveless.
Oh, absolutely! So's Data. It's like recommended. Actually, if you go through the book a little bit, it's sleeveless all day. Oh well, then we've got the alternate dimension here, but yeah, sleeves are an option. Even a Uhura-looking character here.
I will say Patrick
So-
Stewart is looking pretty good.
Oh yeah, he's jacked. And then I picked up, of course, the Wolverine, Death of Wolverine. And then I picked up Lando.
Hey.
Just add a Z to it.
Yeah, I like Landos. But and I also got my Deviation Star Trek.
Yeah, you ordered that a while back.
I love just the. I mean, you can see right here, Geordi is wearing a blindfold and carrying around Data's head as kind of a lantern for his own sight.
That's
And then you've got Riker with an eye patch. I mean, you can't get much better than that.
What is going on in that world?
It's so good. It's so good. So,
So good.
That's what I'm excited
So
about.
good. So good.
So much Star
All right.
Trek. So good.
Very cool. Before we get to me and you, I want to get my buddy Hunter
Hunter.
to jump on the mic, talk about what you got.
What's going on, y'all?
Not too bad.
Oh, yes, just picking up.
Yeah, you can pick it up.
Bring it to you, man.
Yeah,
Talk directly
so I've
into
got
it.
a
In your best Barry White.
hey.
That's not about Barry White.
So today I picked up a few things. I got Flashpoint. I never read that. I've seen the animated movie.
Really? You're
but
in
I
for a
have not-
treat.
I'm really excited about that.
Flashpoint is one of my favorite, I guess, modern comic stories.
I loved it. I'm more of a modernist. I like some of the modern comic stories, but I got that. I got the new DC Rebirth 1 of Nightwing because I'm a sucker for Nightwing. And then I got Volume 2 of the Dark Side Wars. I'm behind on that, so I got to catch up on that. And then I bought the brand new, the 21, 22 of Batman and Flash to catch up with. So if I get done
there
with
you
Flash,
go.
I want to get to tie that all
There
in.
you
So
go.
that'll be pretty good too. What are you guys getting into today?
Well,
Well, actually, that's a pretty good segue. It's almost like you know what you're doing. I picked up the free comics like everybody else, but I also picked up Black Bolt #1. That's a comic I've been really looking forward to. Might have big news regarding that comic coming soon. And I picked up #1 of Secret Empire, the big Marvel
Yes,
crossover where,
yes.
hey, by the way, Captain America's now
Hail Hydra.
Hydra.
The Golden
Question
Boy
mark?
Scout of Marvel is now not the Golden Boy
Right.
Scout. This will be interesting to see what happens. I'm curious to see what happens there. And obviously I'm a big Marvel movie fan, so I'm curious if I don't think anything like that right now would come up, but they kind of throw a few things in to those.
Yeah.
Like, I really love Thor the God Butcher series.
Oh, that was
That's
such
one
a
of my
fun
favorite
series.
ones. And it looks like Hela's weapon in
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok is very similar to that in the comics. So I know they probably won't do that story directly, but it'd be very cool if they kind of like teased a little bit of that.
Oh,
or something.
yeah.
Because they've done that with Civil War and a
Little
couple other
promotion,
things.
That's true. Yeah, I was going to mention Civil
So
War.
I'm pretty excited about that, but yeah, that Black Bolt looks really good. It was a lot for me to not pick that one up because I'm like, I don't need another. I gotta focus, man. It's a game of focus now as life has gone on. I'm not 15 and don't have anything else to do. I've got to work and all this other crap that I've got to do for a living. So now I have to be careful when I go into places like this because I'll just throw money at them and be like, shut up and give me everything. you
Yeah.
have.
I'll take
like-
this wall, maybe this
The whole
hall.
left side here is great.
Yeah,
Just bag it.
I had to walk outside because if I stood inside any longer, I might have dropped $100 for the first appearance of the Black Spider-Man costume.
That's
Yeah.
a worthwhile investment in my opinion. Better than the first. I've got the lamest of the the lamest one is I've got the Superman where he's the blue lightning one. I've got that one in plastic somewhere in an attic somewhere. It's
in an attic somewhere.
I don't have anything cool, man. I've got like a redo of Spawn 1, but that's about it. It's not like an original. So I don't really have any
like super
really
cool
cool
collectibles.
I've got like Nightwing from 1 to 40 something or 30 something. I've got those all in plastic. That's about all the cool points I've got in my comics.
Hey, if you're passionate about
Everything else-
Nightwing.
I typically buy the graphic novel I
yeah.
want the whole
Get
story,
all of
and
it.
I kind of
Yeah.
want to get the end of it, and that way I don't have to continually.
Just wait a month.
Well,
It'll
hunt it
suck me
down,
in,
or
man. It'll get me.
go
So-
searching
Well-
from shop to shop. You've got to have this.
Well, because exactly what you're talking about happens. If you're going to buy them bi-weekly or monthly, you're not
Dude,
just going to pick up that one
It's
book.
brutal. They get you. I mean,
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, come on in here. We just the bread and milk are on opposite ends.
yeah,
Don't worry about
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
And you walk past the candy aisle just as you check out.
But I
Oh, I
have to
need
have
all
this
of
now.
this.
Yeah, push your man.
I will say,
First taste
say,
is free on Free Comic Book Day.
Richard here in Nerdvana Knoxville, he's great. I mean, he gives great recommendations.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But if you walk up to the counter with just a couple books, he's like, "What? You're not going to get this one today?"
Oh,
You're
no.
not-
I had walked up because I thought the Flash and the Batman ones, the 22 and 21, were gone. Like, there was a couple spots missing. I walked up there. He's got all three of them. I was like, well, it's an easy decision here. Thank you, sir. It gets me so easily. So.
Prime real estate right there.
You really twisted my arm there, buddy. I appreciate that. So, yeah, I love it, man. I didn't even know this place was here. This is awesome. So I'm going to have to come back, and I'm trying to find them. Nashville, Knoxville. I'm trying to find as many comic book stores that are still open.
Yeah.
There's one in Madison called Comics 2, and I found that, and I bought like 12 graphic novels. I was like, you got to get me the crap out of here. I'm not. This is not good.
You're calling.
Go
You're
home.
making phone calls. Come get me. Come get me.
Are we cool to put this limit on the car? Forget it. I'll just go ahead and do this. It's
American
bad.
Express, can I extend my limit?
Well, the problem was I got up there and I got 11 graphic novels because I was the dam broke and I had to get everything. So I go up there, I get 11 of them, and he goes, "Oh, these are buy one get one half off." I was like, "Well, I'll be right back." I grab another like 12
you
of these.
just answered some questions.
Oh, I was like, "You, my man, have earned your sale." So I had to catch up. I'm still not even done with all those, and look at me, I've got another bag of goodies. So I'm jealous of that Venom. If that had been in there, that Venom hoodie that Landon's wearing, I would have picked that up too. So Clothing, you give me. I'm
I was
like
about to say, he doesn't stop at books, apparel, you know.
The shot glasses were looking mighty tempting.
Those Batman shot glasses, you and I were
I had to walk away from those. There's a lot of them, man. If I find, it's like a band. If I go see a band, I'm buying all your merch. I'm a merch whore. I'm getting everything. Give me the shorts and the koozie and the hat. I want all of it. And it's the same thing here.
I have zero need for a lanyard, but I need it.
I do need it. I do need it. I got Meshuggah gym shorts because no other metal band is putting out gym shorts. I was like, I play racquetball 3 times a week. Let's go, baby. Bring it over, $25. I don't care. Here it is, baby. Like, it was so the best heavy metal purchase I think I may have ever made. It is
saying
amazing.
something for you.
And that is, I've got some serious purchases that I've made. But oh yeah, this is awesome.
See, this has given me hope that there would be an audience if we decided to go ahead and make our Nerd News Cafe banana hammocks. People would actually buy those things.
I'm in.
We've already sold
Can we
the
back
first one
order those?
right here.
Yeah.
If I put one on layaway, when does it come in? Like, I don't. What do I have to do, man?
Just give us a color. That's all we need.
Done. I'll give you 2. Put me down for 2. I'm putting one for a friend. Don't worry about it. But man, this place is awesome. Thanks for the recommendation. I knew it was Free Comic Book Day, and I told a friend of mine in Nashville, said, hey. She was like, oh, I'm going to pick that Wonder Woman comic up. I'm down. So
Dude, it's like Christmas Day for nerds.
It is. It's beautiful. Right
Oh, are you saying it's better than Christmas too?
Oh, God. Not this
Stop it with this
conversation.
Wait, because it's better than Easter. It's better than Thanksgiving. Better than Christmas now.
Let's be honest. Easter's just a gimme. That's not really.
I told you.
You don't have a big drink.
With all-
Cinco de Mayo was yesterday. Well, at least we got margaritas.
He's
for that.
throwing in these caveats, you know, our Lord Savior's garb. You know, it's like, whoa,
That's not
no,
what-
do not alienate people.
Let's not get weird.
That is
man.
not what I said. I said with all due respect to Jesus.
Yeah, he always puts all due
Hey,
respect.
look, we're not knocking JC. Okay, he's cool. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Don't end that with that.
But yeah, I mean, you got to have. This is a great holiday. First Saturday in May always is. And last year, same thing happened. Every May, some comic book companies get my money. Like it just. They're like, oh, it's free. I'm like, I know it's free, but I'm going to go in and buy stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, it's like, who walks into Free Comic Book Day and just gets the free stuff?
Yeah, what a noob.
Monsters.
Get out of here. Get out of here. How dare you, sir?
No, his money is spent between his daughter and his wife.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gone.
Hey, that's awesome. That means you've got a winning family if they're like,
That's
yeah,
right.
pick me up something too. Yeah. You've won in life, sir.
They spent the comic budget today.
That's right. His comic budget's gone. You fulfilled that budget almost every week beforehand.
Wait, that's
so.
a thing? Do you have a budget?
Well,
we
I guess I
tied
need
in.
to plan a little bit better in my adult life.
Here's my recommendation to you: start a podcast about what you're excited about, and then you can write it off as a business expense.
I like this guy's thinking. Man, this guy's going deep with the
I don't know if
tax
you know he's an
stuff.
accountant by trade.
Yes. It's like telling the IRS, excuse me, this Batman was a work expense. I'm pissed off. This was my work
Oh,
time.
these 2 hoodies, yeah, I needed those for promotional value.
Needed
That's
those.
work.
I don't know if you know this. It gets cold.
I needed the collector's edition.
I needed, the hardback with the gold in it.
Exactly.
It's real gold, not that BS that they put in.
I can't walk into that with just the normal copy. Are you stupid?
Do you think people are going to take me seriously if I don't have gold-plated comic books?
Yeah,
come on.
Jeez, do you
What are we
even
doing?
comic book, bro? Like, what are you doing?
What is this, Bush League in here? Get out of here.
Bush League? This is Babytown Frolics if you don't get the good stuff. Come on, man. So, I'm glad, man. I really like it. There's a bunch of comics that I didn't know had number ones. Like the Black Bolt was there. They've even got like old Betty and Veronica stuff that I'm like. This is
one up.
That's the one that you picked.
That's
Well,
one
they
of
had
them.
the new
That's awesome.
Riverdale, too.
Yeah, they got everything, man.
Archie's coming back. It's crazy.
Well, he's got a
back,
show.
but he's
He's
darker.
coming back
He's
with a
going to be
show.
like Spider-Man 3 emo darker, like that kind of Archie.
Finally,
you know?
we get that dark, gritty Archie reboot we've been waiting for.
We've all been clamoring for. I'm so confused as to how they do certain things because I don't know who's asking for certain movies or comic books to be made. Like, is anybody asking for Fast and Furious 9? I mean, maybe they are.
Yeah, actually,
It's like $1 billion.
I was going to
Half
say
the world.
every one of those movies is now making $1 billion. So
That's
they're
incredible.
never going to stop.
That is the if you had told me, if you had bet me money and said, hey, at Tokyo Drift, I bet they make 8 of these and they make $1 billion, to be like, shut up and where do I sign? Like, you're an idiot. And I would have lost so hard
So
on
much
that.
money.
So much fun.
God. And it's the same thing. Same thing with
I
comics.
told them, and this I've heard this theory over. If you think of those movies as superhero movies, and that their power is cars,
Yes,
then
it
makes
works.
sense
It
why
works.
it sells so much. It's just another universe of superheroes.
Absolutely. And do I want to see a bunch of cars take on a sub?
I'd be
lying
lying
if I said no.
I'd
I'd be
be for the
lying.
crossover of Transformers and Fast and the Furious. Toretto is in Optimus Prime.
Yes.
And finally, Mark Wahlberg can be in a Fast and
Yes!
Furious movie.
Yes!
Why has that not happened?
I'm
to be
so
honest?
surprised
don't know.
Michael Bay has not like bribed the people of Fast and
Oh.
Furious and be like, let me direct these. This is my baby. I'm ready
These
for
are
this.
all me.
Oh my! Okay, let me just tell you, if a Michael Bay Fast and Furious comes out, I'll be there opening night.
I will.
Oh,
I
gosh.
know. Look, I'm not the biggest Transformers.
Doves
like,
and
history
explosions.
buff.
You know it's going to be on it.
So many doves.
And 360 spin arounds in slow motion.
Of course. Why wouldn't we do that, Michael Bay? Like I
have the
got to tell you, they're dorky a little bit. They're not
Doesn't
really that
matter.
great as far as like history of Transformers because I'm not that deep in the Transformer game. But man, the movies, I'll give you my money.
Speaking of that, they're never going to stop making those either.
Oh, no,
they've
won't.
got
They
5
won't.
more planned.
5
Yeah.
more?
Yeah.
I think it's for every character death.
Jeez, which one does? Yeah,
I think we
gosh.
kill Optimus now, and then we're going to kill, Bumblebee later.
And then Optimus comes back. He gets
then he comes
married.
back.
Has a couple kids. It goes bad.
and,
They
then
get
we, and then we
divorced.
start mixing in the zombie genre. You got zombie Transformers.
And then Transformers 10, man, that's when it really opens up.
Walking
You gotta-
Dead Transformer style.
Zombie Transformers. How has
back,
that not
Rick.
happened yet?
Seriously, yeah. How has that not
Not
happened?
happened.
Well, and talking on Transformers, have you seen the new trailer for the new one?
The
I
last
have.
night.
It looks
sword.
It looks crazy.
He's got
I'm in.
Excalibur.
Yeah.
He got it from the
I'm
you know.
in.
Nuts.
Did he go beat up the dude that was in Sons of Anarchy to get Excalibur, then cross over to Fast and Furious to get a couple of
He
extra
got it from
Autobots,
an
and
iPod
then
in a lake. It came out.
I'm in. Like it could get so ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even care. Like
Yeah.
No.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm so down. He'll become a Decepticon at some point, and I'll still go. I'm in, man.
Gotta have
It's-
that heel turn.
I'm such a sucker. You gotta have the heel turn. Always the heel turn. Look at Cap. Why is everybody interested in Marvel
Yep.
right now? Cap's gone bad.
Cap's
Heel
gone
turn.
bad.
What are your thoughts on that? Since you brought it up,
I mean, like I haven't read a lot of it, but I have gone into it to the point where I think it's interesting because this is one of those things where it's easy to say, oh, it's an alternate universe, it's a different timeline, there's something, but the writers have said consistently, this is
The main
canon,
story.
this is what's happening. So I'm very curious as to how they work this one out because for a while now, Falcon has been the Captain America for a while.
And Sam Wilson assumed the
Sam
role
Wilson,
of Captain America.
So he's the captain. He's got the original shield, and Cap has a different shield and all that stuff. But doesn't he kill Red Skull in one of the? There's a comic book where he's got like the new shield, and he's kind of got it reared back at Red Skull. I believe he kills Red Skull. And I thought that's what I heard. Again, I have not read. I'm an
You're
ignorant
same as
child
me.
on these things.
This is conjecture, but I've heard it.
Total conjecture, total hearsay. Not
If you're going to
proven.
write it and put my name on it, totally understand all
Absolutely.
of that also.
But I'm interested to see that. I like that. You know, I like Batman. I'm more of a DC guy. I like some of the heel turns and things like that. And this is the biggest to me. I mean, Cap has kind of been, and frankly, out of the movies, I thought the first Avenger was kind of the most boring. It was good.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but
No,
we're
go
about
ahead.
to see an epic showdown. Bane
Oh,
and
God.
Captain
Here we go.
America
Here we go.
And Star-Lord.
are
Star-Lord
facing
and
off
Captain
in
America.
the parking lot.
Perhaps he's wondering why you would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane.
you feel in control.
Perfect. I love this. Oh, and he's got a Power T tattoo. Bane, I love you.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Did you throw him in the dark hole of Florida? Is that where you took him?
He'll be your next AD.
Bring it on, man. How bad would that be if they're like, all right, well, we were going to get with Philip Fulmer, but now we've hired Bane. Am I pronouncing that right?
I'm here to help you.
Well, I'm here to destroy all of your enemies.
I come from
Oh, my God.
It's like, well, we'll finally win the SEC. So.
I plan
Or
to
we'll
see
blow
the
it up.
dissension in Florida.
It's awesome. I thought that Captain America, the first movie, was kind of the weakest because Captain America is easy to be dorky. He's so easy to screw up. And to me, they did a good
the time
job.
period that really
The time
hurt him
period
too.
gets it, yeah.
because it's very Boy Scout.
When you jump up and have him in modern day, now I'm interested because now he has to deal with, NSA and government, spy, wiretap, all that stuff.
All
Like,
the
I'm interested in
control.
that.
Yeah.
So I think that he's more interesting when you put him in really, really different situations instead of the the little boring Captain America thing. So
Who can relate to that anymore?
I mean, really, at this point, it feels like it feels like a different time period. It doesn't feel like you're reading something that's connected to your own world, which I'm all down with escapism. Good God, I've got the Dark Side Wars in here. Please, I want to see, that stuff's crazy. But I don't know. I think that it's more interesting when you have some characters like that are traditionally have always ridden this very blue-eyed, blonde-hair boy, good line, and now it's something totally different.
Makes sense he was German.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. He fits right in. My goodness.
He is
Hitler
Aryan.
would have
He's a
shaken his
master
hand.
race in disguise.
Yeah, Hitler would have shaken that hand and moved right on. Would not even thought that he was Captain
He would have
America.
signed his diary that told him where
The perfect Splinter Cell, like perfect.
Nobody saw it coming.
Nobody. And I'm cool with it. I think that as long as they don't kind of retcon anything or just go, oh well, it was a memory or it was make it stick.
Don't Jacob's Ladder us on
No, don't do that. I'm not into that. I really want a solid story out of that stuff, and I like it. I like the Rebirth stuff. I like the New 52 stuff. I thought it was good of taking characters like Aquaman that everybody thought were lame,
and
making him awesome.
Yeah, they turned Aquaman into a badass.
He's completely like jokeless now.
Absolutely, like you could almost throw a joke in there, Curry. Like give me a little bit of something, so I know that you're just Jeez, but I like it. What were y'all's favorites out of the free ones that they were giving away? What did you guys like?
I wanted to get this. Unfortunately, it got gone very fast. I wanted the Rick and Morty comic.
Oh, I didn't see that in there.
Yeah, it was already gone by the time we made it in. But of the stuff I did get, I picked up the Bongo comic, who does the Simpsons and Futurama stuff. And since I'm a giant dork in that world, I'm looking forward to getting into that.
No,
you don't say.
As I pat my Homer Simpson drawbag.
Yes.
Once again, you are listening to Nerd News Cafe.
Absolutely. Hey, gosh, I did not know you guys would do this. This is awesome.
Yeah,
I'm all about this.
It's almost like we're legit or something.
Yeah,
almost.
This will do. Hey, if you become legit, I can't come on anymore. I just only when you're on your rise. That's it.
Yeah.
Holy
Batman has shown up.
Batman.
Oh my goodness,
Has arrived.
The Dark Knight is here.
Wow,
He's even got a batarang out.
Bane's scared.
Dang, what's up, Bats? How you doing?
So
The salute and everything. What's up?
I picked
This
up a
is
couple
awesome.
of things.
Gamora just called
I went for-
Star-Lord.
I did.
Where are you at?
Who? Come on, man.
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. What did you pick up?
So I did go for the free ones because obviously we spent our money in there today.
This monster. No.
By the way, I was in here Thursday picking up the comics that I needed, so
You're a
I've already
normie.
spent my money this
Street
week.
cred is established. We got you.
We got you.
So they have my money. Trust me.
He has a tab.
I can show you receipts.
Tell Richard put it on my tab.
But I went ahead and grabbed Darth Vader #1 because as big of a Star Wars guy as I am,
You're gonna enjoy
I
that.
had never read the Darth Vader books. And I know that they've got them in the hardback now, like the whole story, and I probably will eventually buy that. So I picked that up. As I said, I did get Betty and Veronica #1 because I'm interested. I mean, it's piqued my interest enough to check it out and see what they're doing with this series now. And then the other thing, of course, I had to get a little Batman in my life. And if I'm going to go Batman, why not get Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
13-year-old me would be losing his mind.
Seriously.
Oh, my Lord, yeah.
It is a crossover event. I'm pretty excited to look at this. And it is, as we mentioned earlier, the comic style. Well, you started to bring it up. The drawing style is like the new Turtle series that was on Nickelodeon. It's got Nickelodeon on the bottom, so it must have something to do with Nickelodeon.
And then on the Batman thing, it almost is similar to the 1990s Batman, the animated series.
The animated
Right.
series.
A lot of
Classic.
darks and reds.
A lot of great writing in that with Paul Dini. I'm a fan.
So good. So
Huge fan.
pretty excited about all
Do you
of
guys
this.
have favorite? I've always wanted to ask y'all, what are your favorite comic books? Like if you had to be on a desert island and you had to read just a few of them, what's some that you really dug the story of or the character of?
You're saying all time.
I mean, yeah, this
Going
is not
back,
this
not
is,
current.
and
Okay.
don't even think too long about it because I don't want you to have to be like, well, this one's got
I would Weapon X all day.
Really? I thought
Weapon
you'd go
X,
Punisher.
wow.
I would go Punisher, but the thing about Punisher is they've done so much craziness with him. I don't know if I was on a desert island, like what are we doing? What is happening? and Weapon X, I feel like is so much mystery that we don't know. Even though they give you like all the pieces of the puzzle, they don't show you the picture.
Okay.
So you got to put it together, and then X-Men always.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Any particular like uncanny X-Men or any of this stuff? Because
I think I was an uncanny guy, and I think I'd probably stick with uncanny.
I've always
Uncanny.
thought you were an uncanny guy.
It confused me. Uncanny. The confusion with the time travel and the Cable and Bishop, man, that lost me in the 90s. And I was into the comics
I
deep in the 90s.
And see, I liked, Bishop, and I liked Cable, and that whole calamity of them going, you can't do this, you can do this, maybe you shouldn't do this, we
Yeah.
can do that.
We can do that. And it's like everything got real, like, scantily clad. Every dude had like 19 pack abs, and every chick was like in the Cher outfit from like whatever her music video was back in the 80s. Like every girl is just so, it's just like it's a sneeze away from being out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but I like those. I love those. The artwork and everything.
It's funny you
from those.
mentioned that outfit. In the song Turn Back Time?
Yeah. Yes. It is. Good memory, man. I didn't have that
because it came on late at night on MTV, and she was on a gunship on a battleship.
Oh,
and I was like,
which made no
hello,
sense
MTV.
whatsoever.
This just took a turn.
I was going to say, I think we're accessing Matt's spank bank at this point.
Look, the bank's always open for deposits and withdrawals.
Oh, boy.
Landon, what do you got? What's some of your favorite ones, man?
Off the top of my head, I would probably go Matt Fraction's run on Hawkeye. I really enjoyed that.
Really? Hawkeye?
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye guy.
Yeah, Matt Fraction's writing combined with David Aja's art style was just so great. I would take that and probably Joss Whedon's run on Astonishing X-Men with him and John Cassidy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's who could argue on that one? That's a damn fine run there. What about you, man?
I think I'd have to go with Marvel Comics Presents Wolverine. I really enjoyed that series, and it was a long run. I've got a bunch of those books. I definitely don't have the complete collection, but that's one that I'd go with. And then I'd probably go with, if I had to pick an alternate, something like I'm gonna go with the old Star Wars books that came out. If you remember those, like they were kind of like the unofficial kind of Star Wars. They weren't like Marvel, DC, or anything like that. I just think that would be, if I had a desert island situation, I'd want to pick those up. If I was in a desert island situation, I'd go with those old Star Wars books because they're interesting. They were like an interesting view into the Star Wars
before
world.
you got reined in on the canon of it.
Now they're just what do they call it? Legacy or
Legacy, Legacy.
Yeah, I never was the big Star Trek or Star Wars deep fan. I've watched the movies. I really enjoy the Star Wars stuff. I liked Rogue One. I liked Force Awakens. Some people are a little kind of heady on that. I got a friend of mine that is a ginormous nerd on Star Wars, and he does not like The Force Awakens. Like, would not want to go see it.
Wow.
Is it because George Lucas wasn't involved?
Yes. He said George Lucas handed them a script. They said, no, thank you, we're going to do our thing. And that was when he was out. He was like, I don't want to, if you can't take what the creator...
How can he justify that decision with the prequels?
I agree. And I'm about to say something that I apologize to all that will hear this.
Disclaimer.
He loves the prequels.
He's just a Lucas fanboy.
He justifies them to me on a weekly basis, and I refute him every time. I want everyone to know that I will not accept that,
we need
and
to get
I never
on here
will.
because I would love somebody to justify those.
Hunter, you do not need that hate in your life.
I don't. I've cut him out mostly.
Yeah, good.
I cut him out.
Good for you.
I'm like, I can't deal with you. I cannot deal
They're
with
more
you.
of a highlights clip. If you take out all the garbage you didn't like and just watch them.
Yeah. If you listen to Patton Oswalt's bit about talking about the prequels, it's like, I don't care what happened and where it came from. I just want the stuff that I like. I don't want to know how it grew up. I just want you to give me Darth Vader just murking guys.
Here he is. Yeah,
like, come on, man. Which is exactly at the end of Rogue One. You could have given me an hour of that, and I would have watched Darth Vader tear through an entire planet.
I don't think they should have told anybody he was in it.
Yeah.
And, never confirmed he was in there, and then people would have exploded. And I think you said that people would have lost their minds.
Oh, yeah.
Because the thing is...
because you knew it was coming. You're like, oh, my God, is
You're
this
watching
about
the whole
to
movie
happen?
for it.
It was so good.
Then you just hear that breathing apparatus, and then the red light.
The red light shows up, and you're like, these guys are all going down. This is going to be rough.
All these people are dead. You're dead, man.
You're gone, dude.
I will say,
a Jedi.
I really liked the way they did it in Rogue One because that wasn't supposed to be about Darth Vader.
No,
so
exactly.
I really like that we just got a little bit about him. But what you're saying, I would take a whole movie of him just OP destroying people.
Exactly. The whole Darth Vader #1. I totally understand because that's a character enough. I'd be like, I want to see this dude. Because, you see Darth Vader, and he does everything with Luke and all this. You get to see him do some cool stuff, but I really want to see him when he's like, look, get out of
just
my way.
Cold-blooded.
You are nothing to me. Like, I want to see him go through people, and that's exactly what happened.
You need to check out the Darth Vader
oh, God,
comic
yet
from
another
Marvel.
comic.
Yeah.
Can a brother get a graphic novel? Can we put that? I'll buy that all day.
He's not a one-issue kind of guy.
I can't do it because I'll be
12 issues.
I'll get one issue, and then 2 years later, I'll find it and go, "Oh my God, what happened?" And I'll have to go back, and I can't do it. I'd say for comic books, I loved the Snyder run on Batman. Scott Snyder, my favorite, and I love a lot of old Batman comics, but The City and Court of Owls to me is my favorite because it's such a conspiracy theory about the city that Batman's in. Like, I never thought that would be a thing with it. The Court of Owls is all awesome. I loved that. So that's probably one of the ones that I would stick with. But for my Desert Island thing, but man, There's just so many good ones. Like,
There is.
Well, it's got to be a graphic novel, obviously.
absolutely, yeah. I'm not sitting there. I don't need a box on a desert island. I just need one hardback.
One hardback.
Let's condense here.
Well, it's probably really humid on a desert island anyway.
True.
Yeah,
These
you
things
don't
aren't going to
know
hold
that.
up real well.
Plastic
Soft
board
back.
is just that's not gonna.
No,
Yeah, it's
not
not
do
good.
anything.
You need some waterproof stuff.
And then
You need that hologram issue, because that's got a good sturdiness and rigidness where the rain will run right off.
Roll
of
right
it.
off. Yes, you're onto something, man. I think the last question I would have for you guys is this is a very.
I like how
dorky
we're
one.
getting interviewed on our show.
It's awesome.
It's a different thing because I have these conversations and I don't have people to have conversations with like this. So thank you for letting me.
Absolutely,
do
dude.
this.
We're feeding his
I will-
beast right now.
Oh God!
And you're killing it,
obviously
so-
like everything about this. Is like, yeah, can we just do this all day? If you had obviously if you picked a power, what would be your super? What do you feel like is your? I want if I'm gonna have a power. I feel like flight is the easiest. Everybody's gonna jump for that one. That's good, but I feel like that's an easy out. What would
Okay.
be if you got one?
Matt, go first.
Well,
Anger.
I would want anger. I want to explode. I always say telekinesis, but I feel like I just want Jean Grey's powers.
Oh yeah, she's.
I don't want a Dark Phoenix out.
No, you don't.
Because I feel like you
got
got to buy a whole new clothing, and then everything's on fire.
Yeah, and they're gonna make a terrible movie about it.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just not good.
two terrible movies.
Yes.
Because the next one's being written by the same person who wrote the other one.
Is it really?
That's
not
the
good.
rumor is that the person who wrote
can't be doing
X3
that.
is writing it again.
They need to
and he's
let
like,
that
I'm really
person
happy
go.
about the opportunity. He's like, of course you
Of
are.
course you
You've
are.
made a terrible product, and someone's paying you to do it again.
I wish I could screw something up and be like, "Would you like a lot of money to do that again?"
Yeah.
Of course I would.
Hey, man,
Why would I not?
you missed that fastball for the home run to win the game. You want to redo?
Yeah. Spoiler alert: I'm not swinging again.
Oh, exactly.
Throw it down the middle because I'm not doing this. But yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
God, that's terrible.
Okay, so
Telekinesis, that's good.
I like that.
That's good. What about you?
I would go Luke Cage, invulnerability and destructibility.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Nice.
Invulnerability is a strong player for me. I
Yeah.
like that one.
That
like
way I
that.
can stick it to death in your face mortality.
Wear it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Luke Cage show. I've heard it's fantastic.
Oh, it's
good.
beautiful.
And I'm super excited about
Like-
the Defenders.
Defenders is great.
Trailer. Yeah.
Have you watched Jessica Jones?
I have not. That's
Where are you
I'm
at?
deep on the Daredevil. I'm already with Daredevil.
Oh, Daredevil's
I need to watch
good.
some Iron Fist because I'm a big fan of old kung fu movies, and I think they'll deliver a little bit. Do they deliver, or do they screw that up?
Every other character is great. That's all I'll say.
I've heard that Danny Rand is like, he's the
It's
worst
not his
one out of all.
fault. It's not the actor's fault. It's
How it's written or
it's
something?
just how it's written. His whole part, how it's written, is just subpar.
Dang. But Luke
And
Cage
like
is
his-
good, and Jessica
Luke
Jones
Cage
is
is spectacular. Out of all of them, it's my favorite.
Really, I love Daredevil. Has got me. But Daredevil was the thing that got me about Daredevil is it's very similar to Batman.
Yeah.
And when I was watching the credits, the executive producer was Jeff Loeb, who helped with Long Halloween and Dark
Really?
Victory and all that. And I was like, oh, no wonder it's like Batman. I'm like, you got one of my favorite Batman guys writing this stuff. Sweet.
I had no idea Loeb was attached to
The
that.
first
Okay.
season he was. I don't know about the second. But
Second
Punisher.
season's good. Punisher, oh man,
Yeah, that
Give me my
Punisher-
I'm so
series.
ready. I'm so ready. Now that's my dude. Like I said, but his comic books are all over the place.
They get-
He's more of a graphic novel guy. Like if you're going to pick up a Punisher, that's what you need. Is like you need a straight timeline for him.
Yeah. Because everything gets a little squirrely
Well, he's
off
just
that.
doing everything. He's just like, hey, Spider-Man, I just killed all your friends. See ya.
and I'm out.
What just happened? So
What about you? What's the power, man?
let's get
So,
it.
this might be predictable, but
Detective.
no. You're on the right track.
Can I change mine to being rich? Is that a power?
Hey,
I would
according
let
to
Bruce
Bruce
Wayne's
and
proud.
Tony.
Okay, way to steal my thunder because my answer was unlimited financial resources.
Shut up, really?
That would-
Yes.
You want to be a golden goose.
Because
Yeah.
if you had those kind of resources, you could be whatever you wanted to be.
You
Create
create
the
the flight.
tool.
So you want to be Tony Stark.
Yeah, Tony Stark
Or
can't
Batman.
fly,
Or
but
Or
yes, you
Batman.
can.
Right. You want to be a mix of the two.
No, I just
They
want to
never.
be Batman.
I never see.
Can
a
I just be
comic-
Batman?
Is
Can
there
you just
ever
be
a comic
Batman?
or a storyline where like,
Will
oh,
somebody please kill my parents so that way I have the
Oh my
motivation?
gosh. Oh my gosh. His son's jaw hit the floor.
We're waiting for it to come.
The thing is, I have to have that kind of motivation
You have to
inside
have
of
the
me.
tragedy.
Yeah,
You have to
Is
have
there
the
a
tragedy.
series where it's like Bruce is broke?
that would be worthless because what could he do?
What could he do? He'd be like, well, I
No,
guess
I
you gotta
mean
go
he
to
would
the
be
old
like
Batman
back to
costume.
basics, baby.
like, I
He's
guess
making
it's over.
batarangs out of trash can lids and stuff.
I guess he's like, no, he's like, I
They
guess it's
did.
over to the orphanage to be. It'd be
Oh,
Yeah.
he's like
Annie.
over the orphanage.
Man,
He
brutal.
lives at the orphanage.
Unlimited financial resources. That's a good one because Iron Man or Tony Stark can't fly, but his suit can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, that's
All
you
right.
can get to that point.
So now the question is, Hunter, what's your choice?
I thought long and hard about this because I don't have a lot of other things to do sometimes, and my answer
His life is empty.
I want control of time. Because time is the one thing that I cannot get back or do anything with. If you've got financial resources, you're still going to get old. If you've got invincibility or invisibility or any of those things, I feel like time, anybody that, especially like in a way, not necessarily like a speedster like Flash, but just sort of being able to control time in a way would be awesome. Because then I don't have to age. I can, if I'm on a great vacation, have you ever been to like, man, I wish I could do 2 more weeks of this?
Yeah.
Pause. And you just have.
Just redo the vacation.
Just do it.
Wrap it around. Just keep on doing it.
I'm going right back a week.
But you're like,
here we
I
go.
know I can't interact with myself, so I'm going to go to the other beach.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think that would be if I really had to nerd out on it. I'd be like, man, if I could control time, that'd be good. Of course, we'd all love to fly. Like
He'd like the Dr. Manhattan in it, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord. Yeah. But then, of course, once you fly once, after like 3 or 4 people fly, you're like, nah, it's not that good. It's all right. Like, birds suck, and you always run into them. Like you'd have problems if you didn't have some form of invincibility with flying, because you hit a plane jack and you're done.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gone. Like
Just airspeed alone. I mean, how fast can you really go before you're starting, to pull the wrinkles
the
back?
G's will kill you, man. So
One pigeon at like 50 miles an hour in the air, you're dead.
You're gone.
You're done.
Like,
Ghost.
that pigeon comes out your feet like this. It's gone. You know what I mean? That's not good. So no, I agree. I love all that stuff, and time control, not time travel.
Yeah,
but controlling of time would be interesting. Of course, there's got to be some caveat, because I can't be some all-knowing, all-controlling. But I don't care. Bring the caveat. I'm in.
Okay. So nerd, I'm going to get nerdy on you for a second.
Yeah, really?
Finally.
You don't say.
But if you think about Doctor Who, that's his power.
I've never watched this thing.
So he can travel through time and space, and
He
knows all of history. But the thing is, he doesn't prevent things from happening.
vehicle
Like major
can travel.
It's what? It's
His
what?
vehicle can
but
travel.
he is timeless. Because
He is
he's a Time
timeless,
Lord,
right?
And he
But
regenerates instead of
without
dying.
the boat, he ain't sailing.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Actually, I think they just rotate a different actor. That's
They
why
do.
he looks so.
you figured it. That's the formula. But
that's behind the scenes.
But what I was going to say is that he says that there are certain events that are time locked. You actually can't do anything about them. So if you were talking about like going back and killing Hitler, you can't do that.
You can't do that. Yeah. Oh, wow. Interesting. I've never watched a single episode of Doctor Who. I've got friends that are fanatics.
It's a cool world. I mean,
It's been around for a long time.
It's
man.
not my jams, as Landon always says.
Yeah,
but
to
I think
use
it's a
the
cool
technical
world.
My particular shot of whiskey, but could be good.
I love it.
Could be good.
I love it. It's a lot to take in, though. It's one of those things that you look at it and you're like, okay, this show's been on since the 50s.
a
Where
behemoth.
do I jump on?
Yeah.
You just wait till they pull a new actor.
It's like the original binge-watching show. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Netflix before Netflix was around.
Except for the simple fact that what the earlier shows they taped over.
Did they really?
Oh, really?
Isn't that what the Doctor Who thing is? Is that all those older shows they don't have anymore?
No, they're out there.
They are?
Yeah.
There's a certain point they don't have them,
Yeah,
right?
no, they have the original ones, and they've actually had that series on Netflix. You could go back and watch like the original from the 50s.
school.
Now
I thought I'd heard that they had like some 40s or
Probably
even
half
before
terrible.
that, but it got taped over because they didn't.
in the 30s before
the
they had
30s.
cameras.
Well, you know what I mean.
The black and white
I'm
Doctor
pretty
Who.
sure
Remember
there's
those
a
drawings that
certain
they did?
series. There's like 2 or 3 seasons, even. Yeah, 2 or 3
I don't know.
seasons.
There may be lost seasons.
Well,
I'm
what
just
that
telling
is
you that.
they didn't care. They thought, oh, what do people care? They're not going to want to, see this again. So they took those tapes and recorded new ones. over.
The internet says, I defy you. No, they will want to see it.
All the Hoothians are like, what? We need to control time to go get those episodes.
Matt just blew us up on the headphones.
I don't care.
We apologize to those who have earbuds right
Yeah,
now.
I didn't need to hear out of that ear.
Me and him don't
I
have
don't
the
Nope.
headphones, so we got no clue,
Nope.
no reference. Hey, testing, 2.
All right, yeah, and I'm back.
But anyway, but yeah, so that's part of it. I was going to argue about the ageless thing. If you can
Yes.
control time, unlimited financial resources. Go back to Talladega Nights. Modern technology and my unlimited resources. I mean, I could pretty much live forever.
200 to 300 years old.
I think you're onto something. I think in 50 years they'll have something crazy where you download a chip into something and you can kind of live, or what, I don't know, whatever.
You should
they'll
listen
do.
to our last podcast because we talked about neurotransplants. Yeah.
I was not in on this.
Granted, they're being developed by Zuckerberg, so
No.
if you want...
Not just Zuckerberg.
So there's going to be a like button on there somewhere.
Exactly. Do you like me?
Yeah.
Elon Musk is on it
Instant
too.
gratification.
That's how you
Musk
stay
is legit.
alive.
Aren't they doing something big, like, it's not a boom tube, but it's close. It's like a Hyperloop
Yeah.
or a hyper something that's
Hyperloop.
Hyperloop, yeah.
800 miles an hour or something crazy.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
Down,
something we've
Elon.
talked about. I wish I could quote the episode, but if you'd like to hear more about the Hyperloop,
Yep.
it is back on our prior podcast.
There is a competitor, I can't remember his name,
Who's competing
ETG.
with Elon Musk?
Nobody.
This guy's got one called the ETG that he wants to go underground and have you just drive a car in there at 300 miles an hour. It shoots you out.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's
And he's competing.
Don't put me behind the wheel.
Hey, what is it? Is it Booze? Is that the guy that's over Amazon? Bezos.
Surely not Booze. It's like I will pay money to see this guy build
that's
something.
me, unfortunately.
Bezos on Booze is competing with
Oh my gosh, that looks
the
awesome.
space
but
race. So.
There's some sci-fi stuff happening in the real
Yeah,
world.
it
that's
is true.
Really,
The race to Mars.
Well, yeah. I mean, cybernetic implants. We were talking about
Oh,
that
yeah.
recently too. Is that like the ability to enhance human abilities
Yeah.
with like cybernetic kind of things? Like,
It's like
even
a
if it's just
Deus Ex action going
Yeah.
on, like just implanting an arm or whatever. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Cable will be a real deal. Not the time traveling part, but he'll be a real deal in like 20, 30 years.
Yep.
Oh,
He'll
yeah.
have a metal armed on somebody.
It's crazy that technology is even approaching that to where it's like, yeah, that's
It's
feasible.
possible.
Yeah.
People have Luke Skywalker hands already.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
and they're starting to do the whole
They're 3D printing their own. Yeah. It's, yeah.
Oh,
3D
we got
printers
Richard
and
coming
videos.
over here.
Oh, hey. There he is.
The man himself.
The man with the sails.
Really good, man.
Sorry I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys.
Oh, that's okay.
Absolutely.
That's okay.
No.
Slamming busy,
Here,
man.
let me turn this around so we can hear you. We have with us now Richard from Nerdvana Knoxville. I'm going to let him talk a little bit about the shop and what's going on today.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Not too bad.
Doing good.
Congratulations on the turnout, man.
Thank you,
Dude,
man.
it's
This
awesome.
is it's like what, almost 1 now, and we've been
Yeah.
we've been going since 6 a.m. this morning was when we had our first person show up. Wow, this is about the first time I haven't had a line. So
Yeah.
Congrats,
You still
man.
got a good
Slamming.
steady stream, though.
Oh god, yeah. I mean,
Parking
we've still
lot's
got tons
full.
of comics left. I mean,
This room behind me is still moderately full.
Yeah, it's great, man. And people have been coming in, and we're getting phone calls for other people who are on their way. And
Don't close, please.
No, I mean, we're here till 8 tonight. So,
Nice.
and then we're going to see Guardians. So we'll have to close
He's like, everyone's out at 8.
yeah, gotta go.
I will
got
lock you
tickets
in
already.
or out.
You guys having fun out here?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh,
It's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. This is something we've kind of been doing infrequently. Do you want to give a fake Guardians of the Galaxy spoiler? Yeah.
A fake Guardians of the Galaxy. Can I give real ones?
No, absolutely not. I'm not seeing it. How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah, okay. I'll give you a real fake one that's real, okay?
All right.
It might be real, but it might be fake. I'm not going to tell you which one. But when Star-Lord dies in this, which is probably a common one,
Yeah.
see, that's not the spoiler. But what happens is when he dies, his helmet falls off and gets caught in the engine of the ship. And in one of those, there's 5 end credits, and so they go away from it for like 45 minutes or an hour or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when it gets to that final end credit, that's after the last one. Okay, so you got to wait in the theater while they got to wait until they come in and they're sweeping up.
Yeah.
you got to wait till that happens.
Lights are on.
The ship actually explodes because Star-Lord's face mask fell off into the engine and everybody dies.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't
Wow,
see
man.
that coming.
Marvel's
Similar-
taking bold risks right now. Cap is Hydra. Guardians are dead in the movie. This is
Similar
this
to
is
the
big
end of
news.
Rogue One.
my lines back.
All right, man. Thanks for
That was short-lived.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, Richard.
Actually, big spoiler alert: Thanos is Cable. That is true. I want you to know
And
that
he
one.
is brother to Deadpool.
Absolutely.
Bosom buddies is what
Gotta
I
be
heard.
careful. Gotta be careful with that one. Old Josh Brolin, he's sneaky.
Yeah, that is crazy. Thanos is going to be Cable.
Both Cable and Thanos. I'm ready. I'm kind of tired of the build up for Thanos. I'm ready to see this
Yeah.
dude age a little bit. It's a lot of build up over many years. It better be. I think it will.
I mean, he was
Let's be
good in the
honest.
first one.
Absolutely.
So-
But I think it'll be spectacular when he finally
When we finally see him.
when we finally see him and go.
When we get that gauntlet.
I really hope Infinity Wars is a little bit of like what we were talking about with Darth Vader. He's just destroying people.
I gotta
Oh,
see
yeah.
it. I gotta see it. Yeah.
Just bring in some fodder characters that we're never going to see again and just start eliminating.
Just
Make up-
ruthlessly taking people
Make
out.
up some mutants we don't
You
care
don't even
about.
care. The,
Yeah.
And
Brick
humans
Boy
and
and
gone.
just tear Brick Boy in half.
Yeah.
Like, my God, they killed Brick. Did you see what he did to Brick Boy?
Introduce Beta Ray Bill to the movies just to kill him. It's like, wow, they just killed the horse Thor.
Beta
What's
Ray
up with
Bill.
that?
Beta Ray Bill. Who remembers Beta Ray Bill?
Wait a minute. That's Gandalf. What's Gandalf doing? Oh, never mind.
no.
Gandalf just got
You
melted.
shall not, and he's dead. Wow, that Infinity Gauntlet.
I
really
would
powerful.
love, I would love for Deadpool as he died just to come over there and go, I got his hat. Just snags his hat and runs off.
Now, do we have confirmation on who all of the characters that will be in those movies? I mean, do we have Guardians
All
in there?
of
Do we
them.
have
Everything is in that
Avengers.
Marvel continuum.
really
I mean,
Spider-Man? I've heard is supposed to be in there.
Spidey's
Yeah.
going to be in there. interviews with the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie coming out, they've been doing the rounds. They've said that the Guardians are going to be obviously in Infinity Wars, but there might be a little bit of
a face-off.
Yeah, a little face-off between the Avengers and the Guardians. Little bit of tension amongst.
I mean, you're talking thieves and mercs versus
Captain America.
Captain America.
Well, he's Hydra. He doesn't care.
I'm Chris Evans.
I got buff on juice. He's the original steroid kid, right?
And he's a vegan.
What?
Yes.
No, he's not.
It's what he said.
How does he get that big with vegan?
Hashtag not my Captain America.
What? Not my. Yeah. Jeez. Hashtag eat your meats, buddy. How many? I don't know how many lentils you got to eat to get that big. Those pecs are bigger than my face.
I've heard he also does CrossFit.
Of course he does.
Does he? Of course he does.
He'll tell you.
Hey, if a vegan does CrossFit, which one do they tell somebody about first?
Exactly. Tell me more about CrossFit, bro.
Actually, as a vegan, I really think that this is more important. Good God.
He is tearing up tofu. No, like no
God,
other.
whatever tofu he's eating, man. If that's
what I heard, though. I did hear he was a vegan.
Wow, I had no clue.
I don't know how you do that.
I don't know how you do that either. I've never.
That's even more amazing than not being.
So amazing. Like I don't get any of that, but I'm really excited for those movies too. And of course, I don't know how you guys felt about BVS, but I'm a sucker for it. I'm down. Like
Matt's on board.
I'm on board.
I'm not, because that's not my Batman.
That's not your Batman.
I was okay with it.
As a Batman fan, I thought that Ben Affleck was the best on-screen Batman,
He's
and I'm a huge
brutal.
Nolan fan.
He is brutal.
He's huge.
I think it's because we
don't
get
like
more
it.
Batman than we get Bruce Wayne. I mean, he's suave, but I mean, it's Ben Affleck being suave. We've seen it.
He can do that. My favorite line out of that when he's Bruce Wayne is, "I like those shoes." That's the best when he's acting drunk. I was like, that is a perfect, goofy thing for that dude to say. It's Ben Affleck, and I get that, but I thought, it looked like the
I
Arkham
love
game
how
when he was
brutal
messing
he is.
people up trying to get after Martha.
He killed a lot of people in BVS.
A lot of people
Those
died.
people are dead.
Yeah, we're going back to the Batman killing people thing.
Yeah.
We need that.
Now, let's be honest. In movies and in comics, we love to think that Batman has not killed.
Well, but Michael Keaton Batman was killing people.
He
literally
he
he
killed
blew
that big dude
people
and
up.
put a bomb on him and threw him in the sewer.
He had machine guns on the Batmobile. You don't put machine guns on if you're not intent to kill.
don't give
They
me
were
that rubber bullet
non-lethal
Arkham Knight
pellets.
crap.
God.
Non-lethal pellets in those machine guns.
Of course, and electrifying.
He was
as
sandbagging
hits them
the
at
crap
100
out of
miles
him.
an hour.
Why did you have to bring up the Batmobile from Arkham
Dude,
Knight?
I know. I got to tell you, you were right, and I want to put this on record. Landon told me about the Arkham Knight game. Now, granted, I'm a huge Batman fan. I love those games, and Arkham Knight, by far, gameplay-wise, is the best one.
Yep.
But he was on me earlier, like, dude, I almost put the game down because of all the Batmobile stuff in there. And I got to tell you,
that thing.
as I've gone back and played it a little bit more, every time the Batmobile comes on, I'm like, oh man, don't let me do this.
Yeah.
It's like
You're right. Skip. Yeah.
It's like,
If I could skip those missions, I would.
it's like,
You're
hey,
right.
you like being Batman? Hold on, put that on pause.
Put that on pause.
Yeah.
Because we're going to Fast and Furious this whole thing.
Right.
Whole thing.
We're gonna
My
play
God.
Ridge Racer for a second.
Can I get an autonomous Batmobile mission here while I just watch it play? I'm going to get a sandwich.
I'll take a cutscene on this one. I'll settle for a cutscene.
That should be an option. That's a good idea you should put into the gaming industry. Option a cutscene.
Well, I'll say only for things.
Further the mission.
Yeah.
Option the cutscene.
I think I agree with you. Only for things that don't, like, if they're a gimmick mission, like a Batmobile thing,
Yeah.
Or an
because
escort.
because sometimes you. First of all, as a person who loves the Batman games, when they do these like gimmick missions where you have to do some of this other stuff, it's like, okay, I suck at that, and now I can't move the game forward.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So give me the option to say, let me just watch this.
I can't remember. There is a
I
game.
see somebody way better than me do this.
I'm trying to think of what the game is. Oh, I play a lot of Star Trek Online, and if you can't beat a mission, it goes, do you want to go forward? And it just like lets you past it.
And you say,
Wow.
yes,
Yeah.
warp factor 1.
But you got to fail a couple times, and it's like, hey, guy, I can see that you're not really getting
The
this.
game's giving you a mulligan. Like, hey, buddy, it's all right, buddy.
Look.
I'm going to separate
This
you
is-
from the class.
This
We're
is
going to let
not
you go forward.
I have had that option offered to me quite a few times in the land missions where you're running around with phasers and stuff. Yeah, because I am too bold to be a Starfleet cadet.
I'm really one of these people that has
Yeah.
to, like, I'm a run and gun, man.
Oh, yeah. Do you have an automatic phaser rifle?
Where's my Mjolnir armor? Give me Halo in this mother. Like, let's do this.
I'm Engineer John Rambo. I don't know if you knew.
Can I get a BFG, please?
Yeah, please help me out.
No, they
with
do
that.
have some crazy weapons on that game. They got like miniguns.
Really?
So
Oh
there's
my gosh.
you can just minigun things. I mean, it's hilarious. it doesn't take it down most of the time. But,
man.
You know. But like I said, there is a further the mission. It's like you're not getting it. Let you go on by.
Why don't you just keep going?
Because, I mean, that whole game's RPG, you know. You're building your character. They don't care if you pass a mission or not.
I have to air one grievance about video games.
Oh, the airing of grievances. Where's the poll? Where's the Festivus poll?
Give me the Festivus poll.
Feats of
I have
strength
to
are up
say that one of the biggest disappointments of video games for me is not having Bulletstorm be co-op. That is one of the most over-the-top, ridiculous video games that works so well with multiple people that it's disappointing that I was not able to run around with you with a quad shotgun. It's got 4 barrels. Are you kidding me? It turns anything you aim it in into vapor, and I'm ready to do that with friends. And they even reissued it.
Yeah, with Duke Nukem in it.
With Duke Nukem, save Duke.
Yeah.
Give me my friends. That's all I want.
And
I would have bought it. I would have paid a full $60 again.
Oh, yeah.
To have that game.
And unfortunately, it really feels like couch co-op has just gone away.
It's dying.
Yeah.
Man.
I know. And it's disappointing. I was excited to hear that the new Call of Duty is going to couch co-op.
That'll be cool.
And then, of course, Battlefront 2, you know, the new Star Wars game coming out, is a big couch co-op campaign.
Yes.
So.
That's what I'm talking about. And I'm a huge fan of Halo. I love those games.
Yeah.
The co-ops
Well, that's what
on
made
those,
them popular.
Yeah. Gears of War is still keeping the co-op, but now it's only 3. It's not 4.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of, I didn't know this, but there is a lot of people campaigning for another Left 4 Dead to be put out.
I'm one of them, please.
Really?
There's a huge push for it because Valve doesn't make them anymore. There's like, nah.
tons of couch co-op. And
Yeah.
that's the main
4
thing.
people.
4 people. Dang, that's awesome.
Left 4 Dead was so awesome.
Left 4 Dead was pretty good. I played a little bit of it. Oh, that's not the one. Dead Island, Riptide, and Dead. Those ones.
That's a Dead Island.
Dead Island.
Those
Dead
are,
Island.
okay. Those I get all the zombie ones. Man,
a lot of zombies.
they mix me
But
up.
even that one would have been great with a couch co-op.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. At least one. If I'm gonna buy the second controller,
Yeah, exactly.
what
Let
is
me
it?
use it.
I'm surprised the second.
None of the
controller,
games come with them.
No. I'm surprised the second controller is an option.
Yeah, I
anymore.
know.
It's disappointing, but yeah, I'm super excited to see that stuff, and hopefully we'll have some more positive co-op stuff on video games.
Fingers
We need
crossed.
it. We need it for
man.
sure.
Yeah.
Boys, I got to roll. I got to try and do something productive as far as my physical being. I got to go to the gym.
Go get that lift done, dude.
Got to get that lift. Got to get swole, bro. So I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys so
Thanks
much.
for talking to us.
It was
Yakking
fun.
with y'all.
Enjoy your CrossFit.
God,
Be sure to tell everybody you know about it.
I would never. I will run less just because I don't have to do CrossFit. I'll do less of the workout. Y'all good, man.
Hey, see you, dude.
Hey,
Take care.
thank you.
Tranquil music to take us out on this Thursday afternoon or morning or evening or whatever day you're listening. I want to thank you guys for listening to the show today. Hope you enjoyed part 2 of the free Comic Book Day live event. I've got a little special guest commentator here to help me wrap up the show. Garrett, what were your thoughts on free Comic Book Day?
Well, there were a lot of cool costumes.
What was your favorite costume?
Probably Iron Man.
Yeah, he was cool. He ended up winning like the adult costume contest.
Nice.
Yeah. And then little Harley Quinn that was carrying a big blow-up hammer, she won the kids' costume contest.
Cool.
She looked cool, too. She talked to us for a while. And she threatened me with a hammer. But I told her she better watch out, because the Dark Knight is always watching. He could be right behind you.
He probably is.
You yourself are in a Batman onesie right now.
Yes, I am.
I gotta tell you, that makes me swell up with pride. My son wearing the colors, donning the cowl, as it were.
It is very comfy.
It's not about comfort, it's about justice and doling out pain.
What about comfy justice?
I guess comfy justice is acceptable. So, I want to wrap up by saying, I know we don't have our typical content, our typical format, but our social media is still alive and kicking. So interact with us at nerd_news_cafe on Twitter, Nerd News Cafe on Facebook, nerdnewscafe.com, and email us at nerdnewscafe@gmail.com. If you're kind of wondering, I'll give you a little peek behind the curtains why we're stretching this content out over a couple of weeks. Well, it's because yours truly is having a tonsillectomy on this very day. That's right. They are taking organs out of my body. Are they considered organs? Are tonsils considered organs, Garrett?
I would not know that.
Well, I'm taking your opinion because when you wear a Batman outfit, you are an authority on everything. So your opinion matters. So
Well-
what do you say? Give me a verdict.
They are not organs.
They're not organs. Then
They're
what are they?
considered food.
Food. I don't know about that either. But anyway, so yeah, I don't think that I'll be up for recording this weekend. So we're going to have to stretch out that live audio for another week. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. We'll be back not next week, but the week after with our typical format. Until then, for Matt and Landon, this is Justin. I hope you have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.